So I'm working on a 1999 Honda Accord V6. Has a P1457, and I'll show you the culprit. The culprit is this canister vent shut valve right here. Just need to replace that, unplug everything, take all your vacuum lines off the canister, and take the canister down and replace that. I forgot to mention one thing. The canister's held up by this one bolt. On the other side, if you can see, it's a hook, and it hooks onto the back of the canister right in here. So just slide it out, take the bolt out, and then slide out the canister. This is the canister vent shut valve. This is your problem with a 1457 on a Honda Accord. Here is your new one. The little valve is inside there, right at the base. There's a little O-ring here, so make sure you don't damage that when you're putting it in. Put a little silicone or a little oil lube on it when you're sliding it in. Just remove this screw and this screw. It's going to be a little bit hard to get them out, but if you use some vice grips, you'll be able to get them out slowly. And if they break off, well, we'll cover that in a few seconds. What I like to do is put the vice grips on the screw like this, and then you can usually get it to turn. If you just, there you go. Yep. Okay, got one. Now it's time for the second one. Inside out, but I ended up having to use a cutting wheel to cut the screw off the other side. As long as you got one screw that'll go back in on this side. This one's actually broken off, but as long as you got one screw to go back in and hold it in place, you should be good. You could even use a little epoxy around here, because that's just to hold it down or hold it in place. So hopefully you don't have this problem, but I did. So just replace the valve and you should be good to go. If the screw breaks off when you're replacing the canister vent shut valve, obviously the best thing to do is to replace the canister. What I'm showing you here is if you're in a tight situation where the dealership doesn't have a canister in stock, so you use a little epoxy, order the right canister, and then put this thing together. I'm just showing you these tips just to get you back on the road as quickly as possible, but it's always best to do it the right way. I put a little bit of epoxy here, and I had it mushroom up through the top, and I mushroomed it over. That should hold pretty good, and I put a nice new screw on that side. And what I used for epoxy was this Loctite repair putty. Basically, you just rip a piece of this putty off, and you knead it until it blends together, and then put it in place, and it hardens and it works awesome. So buy Loctite. Loctite makes a good product. So let's go see how this works. Hopefully, what I showed you today will get your car back on the road as quickly as possible with the least amount of cost. If you have any questions or comments about the video, just leave them in the box below, or you can visit me at this website right here, down here somewhere. It's www.simplecaranswers.com. I appreciate all your feedback, and like I said, if you got any questions or comments, just let them rip and I'll answer them. Thanks a lot and take care.